We often begin with prayer. Let's take a centering breath and open to the divine in all of us as you listen to this prayer. On this day, we dedicate our hearts to peace on earth. We appreciate everyone's spiritual journey and the abundant blessings bestowed upon us. In unity with all who seek to express freedom, joy, and transformation, we welcome our divine inheritance as creators. We come from love, as love, to be love. In harmony with this truth, we live to the best of our ability with a peaceful mind, peaceful heart, and a peaceful spirit. And so it is. Amen. Our prayer chaplains are trained to hold sacred space and pray with you one-on-one. If there's anything in your heart to be held in prayer, we invite you to see a chaplain following today's service at the front of the sanctuary, which is Betty Wilson, our colorful, beautiful Betty Wilson. Now let's join Holly in singing Peace Like a River.
All right, let's stand together, and I'm going to invite a couple more musicians on stage just for fun, okay? We'll sing all together. A little preview. This is an old one, I bet you might be familiar with it. Here we go. I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. Get love. I've got love like a river, I've got love like a river, I've got love like a river in my soul. I've got love like a river, I've got love like a river, I've got love like a river in my soul. And now we're gonna say hello to each other. Peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river, I've got peace like a river in my soul. We'll get some joy. I've got joy like a river, I've got joy like a river, I've got joy like a river in my soul. I've got joy like a river, I've got joy like a river, I've got joy like a river in my soul. I've got joy like a river in my soul.
It's hard to keep this crowd, get them to stop hugging and greeting everybody, but here we are. Woo. Let's affirm with me unity's founding principle. Here we go. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. And now our Unity of Lawrence vision statement. Together, united in divine love and joy, we celebrate a peaceful and abundant world for all. And next, our Unity of Lawrence mission statement. We are a thriving spiritual community, sharing love, building bridges, and inspiring transformation. I am to welcome Sugarfoot Detour, and I had a little page, and I just lost it. I'm just gonna, so I have to ad-lib. These guys are awesome. They're a Lawrence. Rick and Byron, just Lawrence legends. A lot of you new faces, I bet, are here because you want to hear their music. It is our pleasure to have them here with us. Thank you.
I always love coming here. The energy here is so positive, filled with love and joy. And this song is something that I wrote a few years ago. I was finishing up the lyrics, and my niece, Kristen, was with me. And I said, I need 3 syllables, the last syllable rhyming with E, and it needs to mean that we are all one. And she says, I am we. And I thought, I think God just spoke through you. But anyway, so that's how I finished up this song. Some of you know it. It's about all of us on our spiritual journey. It's been a long, lonesome time since the morning. I've walked for miles. My feet are burning and bruised, but the path ahead of me seems never ending. A yellow glow that keeps me tattered and used, and the breeze keeps us sifting when the moon starts to glow by the dust out on the road where the weary traveler goes. When the lightning struck the ground, I heard a thunder. The stones came down in a dusty wall. But the sun broke through the clouds and tore asunder the bonds of pain between us all. And the breeze keeps us sifting when the moon starts to glow by the dust out on the road where the weary traveler goes. Softening veils are draped across our stark reality. We've been lost inside a self-inflicted pain. After centuries, the strife, the sparkling stream of misery, I am weak. As he walked into the fate of the prophecies, the truth he told, we're all divine. He carried poor along with all the aristocracy, so we could know he left a sign. And the breeze keeps us sifting when the moon starts to glow by the dust out on the road where the weary traveler goes. Softening veils are draped across our stark reality. We've been lost inside a self-inflicted pain.
After centuries has dried this sparkling stream of misery, I am weak.
That was Ross Black on bass and Byron James on vocals and guitar. So our speaker today is Reverend Jennifer Hutchins, is the founder of Unity Arts Ministry. Her mission is to inspire self-reflection and personal transformation through spiritual principles and the healing power of art. Through Unity Arts Ministry, Reverend Jennifer facilitates creative workshops, classes, and retreat experiences. Let's welcome Rev Jen.
Thank you. It's so good to be back. It's always so good to be back. So hello to everyone here. And I want to give an extra shout out. Hello to those watching online. A few people let me know that they would be tuning in. And these are people I haven't met yet. But they're coming with me on a retreat to France next year. Yeah, this is like one of those lifelong, well, at least 14-year-long dreams to host an art retreat in France. So I'm going back. This is a retreat center I've been to before. I'm so excited. I have 2 spots left if anybody here happens to want to come with me to France. But I really just wanted to say, hey, thank you all for watching, and I can't wait to meet you. And I'm so glad to be here with each of you today. Our topic today is self-care. Self-care. Now, for some of you, you're like, ooh, yeah, that's juicy. And others are like, right? Check in with yourself. Self-care moment number 1. What's your response to that phrase right there? Self-care. Self-care. So many of us are very, very good at taking care of others. I'm seeing head nods. So many of us are good at taking care of other things around us. Fish, cats, dogs, plants. I am a plant lover myself. In fact, when I go away, like when I go to France, right? I need a house sitter, not only to care for my cats, and now chickens, but also the plants that live in my home. Yes, I like caretaking things. So I had a house sitter one time. We were sitting down with a group of friends shortly after she had stayed at my home. And she said, Jen has so many plants, it's ridiculous. She has like 30 plants, and I'm laughing along with her exaggeration till I get home and I counted over 40 plants in my house. Okay, in my defense, many of them are spider plants, and they just keep having babies. So it just keeps growing, right? So one of the things with my plant kingdom, right, is they require regular nurturing. I have to water them on a regular basis, and most of the times I do this, and I remember to do this every Saturday, sometimes on Wednesdays, feel it out. But they will let me know, in particular one plant that will let me know when the community is thirsty, when the community is needing extra nurturing, extra care. It is a peace lily plant that was actually gifted to me when my mother passed away 14 years ago. And I love that this is the plant that reminds me when it's time to nurture the community. And how it does this is normally, and I saw there's a peace lily out here, so go look at it. Normally, the stems are very straight up, and then the leaves slightly angle out. When this plant gets thirsty, it does this. Right? Watch for it. And what I've come to learn is that when I water it, right, like the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh great, I killed the plant, right? I killed the peace lily. I didn't. I watered it, and like within a couple of hours, it was straight up again. Beautiful, green, vibrant, strong. And I've come to learn to rely on this plant. When I forget, when life gets busy, I'm in my own world doing my own thing, I remember to tend to the plant world because this plant will remind me. So I try not to let it get to that state, right? I try to remember to water regularly. But if I forget and I notice the leaves are drooping, I go around the whole house and I water all 40 plus plants, knowing that now I've nurtured the community. What is your droopy leaf symbol in your life? Right? Because when one part of our community, our being of self, whether it is physical, whether it is emotional or spiritual, when one part of our being, our inner kingdom, needs nourishment, it will give us a sign. And usually when one thing is off, the whole is off, right? The whole needs attention, it needs nourishing. And I want to really impart with you today that the top tier of your self-care nourishment, right? Like the water for my plants, the water for your soul, is spiritual self-care. When we take care of our spirit, that means taking care to acknowledge, to remember the truth of who we are, that we are divine lights, that we are Christed beings expressing here on this planet. When we take the time to remember that, then everything else falls into place. We'll talk through this some today. But I want you to think about that. That is the top tier spiritual practice. It's water for the soul. So now let's back this up, right? We've got 3 levels of being that we're going to talk about today. Perhaps, right, we could go out into energetic levels and all that. We're not going to. Do that on your own. Today we're doing 3. First level is our physical being, this part, right? The one that we can touch. And maybe, the parts inside we can't touch, but we know it's there, it's physical, it's part of our being. And we know the spiritual practice is to care and nourish this physical being, right? We know to eat healthy, whether or not we do it. We know that we should, right? We know we should exercise our body. Go for a walk, spend some time in nature, brush our teeth, right? These are all ways that we care for our physical being. Did somebody just give a side eye at somebody else when I said that? So don't forget to brush your teeth, folks. Physical being, yes. Now, equally important, and maybe we don't pay as much attention to this, but this is our mental self-care. Mental self-care. This does not mean beating yourself up over and over again with, you should have done this, you should have done that, you should have, right? That's not a self-care. Right? Mental self-care is paying attention to our mind, to our thoughts. It is paying attention to our emotions, noticing them, honoring them, not just like, I felt something, no, right? Feel it. Be present with it, process it, honor it. Talk to a friend, talk to a counselor. These are all ways of nourishing our mental care, right? And for some of us, again, spending time in nature might help us to relieve stress. Perhaps you're creative folks out there, you enjoy doing things like adult coloring books to relieve stress. Or tea people, right? Chamomile tea, hot bath, relax, unwind, release the stress, tend to the emotional, mental care. And then our third level is spiritual care. And again, this is not like nurturing something out there, right? It's not like the plants, I have to go out there and water something. It is tending to the spirit in me. Tending the spirit in me, and that is remembering the truth of who we are. Remembering that no matter where we go, the presence of God goes with us. No matter what we are doing, the presence of God is there with us. And that presence is always guiding us towards our highest good. And when we lean into that, we lean into the okayness of everything else, right? We find this sense of peace beyond all of the other things. So how often do we practice self-care on all three levels in our lives? Think about this. How often do you practice self-care on all three levels? Maybe you're questioning your routines. So often, right, we get in these spaces. I'm going to use New Year's as an example, right? New Year's is coming up and you go, okay, I'm going to do it this time, right? I'm going to exercise, I'm going to eat right. Maybe I'm going to do that daily hot bath and chamomile tea routine, and I'm going to do my daily meditation, and we get in this rhythm of really healthy care for our being for like a week. And then we get back into the routine of life, and we start recognizing, ooh, okay, right? Life happens, I get busy. So what is that for you? What is that cue that you need to pay attention again to the self-care, right? Like the droopy leaves, what is it for you? Because each one of us is going to have some different signal. I know for me, it is muscle tension in my back, my neck, my shoulders. When I start walking around like this, I'm okay. It's not time to ignore it, it's time to do extra self-care. For some of us, it might be feeling this state of overwhelm. There's not enough time, I don't even know, how do I plan all this stuff? How do I make it happen? When we get in that space and we hear our head saying, we can't, take the time for self-care. I'm currently teaching a class online on self-care. Surprise, surprise. It's a Unity SEE class. And one of the things that one of the participants said last week in a self-reflective moment was, what I realized is that when I take the time for self-care, I have all the time for all the other things in my life. Yeah, head nods in the room. Yeah, you guys have experienced that too. It seems counterproductive. If I take more time out of my busy schedule to tend to this, then I should have less time during the day because I've just now spent more time doing something else. But the thing is, it's the opposite. When we take the time for the self-care, and especially that spiritual self-care, that deep nourishing at our root level, then everything else flows more smoothly in our lives. Would you like to live in that space of letting it all flow? Living in a space of deeper faith, of peace, no matter what happens in your life, saying it's all good and meaning it, not like a whitewash over it, right? But truly knowing it is all good. Think about a time, maybe during meditation, where you felt that connection, that knowing that right where you are, the very core of your being, all of you is expressing the light of divine love. Have you ever felt this? Maybe some of us live in it, and others, we need to keep cultivating it, right? Drawing that out from our roots, from our being. Try to imagine that space, even if it was for 2 seconds, you felt it. It could have been a meditation, a retreat. Retreats are lovely for that, right? Because we get out of our daily activities and we really sink in. Maybe it was a song that touched you. I've heard musicians play and there's this, I feel their heart, and it's this deep connection. Maybe a work of art that you saw that touched you on that level and reminded you of the truth of who you are. I believe when we are in this state of deep spiritual nourishment, from the roots all the way through our being, knowing and feeling that, we can walk through life saying, peace, be still, to all the things that come our way that seem like storms, that seem like bumps and turns in life that are unexpected. I love that scene, that imagery of Jesus in the boat with the disciples, and Jesus is asleep. I want you to think about this. He is asleep in the boat in the middle of a big storm. Now, I'm imagining they did not have luxury cruise liners where you don't feel the storm, right? You could feel it on every aspect of that boat. And the disciples come down. There's a storm, wake up, right? They wake him to rouse that spirit so that the spirit would look at them and say, hey, guys, calm down, it's okay. And then look out at the storm, look out at the chaos. Peace, be still. And the wind was still. We don't need an external person to say to the world around us, to the storms around us, peace, be still. We say that when we claim our own light. When we claim that spirit within us, it is that spirit that looks out at everything that happens, that passes, and says, peace, be still. So when somebody cuts you off on the highway later, right, you just look at them and go, bless you, right? Bless you. Now I was planning to share that with you all. And as the universe likes to do, it likes to give us opportunities to practice what we are teaching, preaching. So I'm driving down the highway coming out here, and this car to the right of me starts swerving on the highway. And I can see the car that's in the lane next to him move over, rightfully so, right? And so I move over even further, but I'm watching this car, in front of me. He's taking up 3 lanes. And I'm debating, right, how to even pass, because even on the far end, he's still coming over pretty close. So I said a little prayer, sink in deep, take a breath, we're going past. And as I did, I slightly glanced over, and I did. I said, God bless you, out loud, looked over, and just blessed the gentleman. Because something was up in his life, something was going on with him that this was happening. And so I wished him safety, and I wish those around him safety. So as we are claiming spirit in our lives, as we are claiming our own self-care, remember, we will be given opportunities to test it. So when these things show up, don't look at them and go, ah! Look at them and go, okay, opportunity to calm my own storm. So I want to leave you today with some techniques. Would you like that? Yeah. Because you're all going, Jen, I would not have handled that way. Yeah, check in with yourself. Would you have blessed the gentleman swerving on the highway at 9 o'clock in the morning? No. I want to share some ideas for you. This is a really little book and you're far away. This is from Emma Curtis Hopkins. Thank you, yeah. This is self-treatments. So Emma Curtis Hopkins, for those of you not woohooing yet, you will. She's fabulous. Yes, she was a teacher of spiritual science, of Christian spiritual science in the late 1880s to early 1920s. So she was a contemporary of the Unity founders, of Charles and Myrtle Fillmore. And one of the things that she was very strong on was this idea of self-treatment. Self-treatment. Now, this does not mean self-medicating, right, and giving yourself lots of pills and drinking lots of alcohol so you don't know what's going on around you. No, this is spiritual self-treatment. So we're going to use her little book to inspire our own spiritual practices. So right at the beginning, this happens to be a compilation mostly of her own journals, her own self-treatments, right? So these weren't meant as like going out into the world so much as this was her practice of keeping a journal and writing things down to remember truth. Showing my age. Treatment is not something to bring about in life or affairs or mind or body, something that was not already there before. Read that again. So we're talking about, right, self-care treatments. A treatment is not something to bring about in life or affairs or mind or body, something that was not already there. Meaning it is already here. The treatment is to remember that truth in the midst of it, in the midst of the storm, in the midst of the muscle aches and the tension, in the midst of life, to remember the truth. A treatment is a truth stated. And whatever happens when truth is stated happens because truth was not manifested until it was stated. It's sort of like a little Yoda moment here, but let's look at this. Read the whole thing, it's a lot of fun. So what she's saying is these ideas that we are claiming when we claim truth, and truth being truth with a capital T, spiritual truth, that which always is, always was, always has been, always will be, spiritual truth. When we claim it in our lives as our being, right, we are giving ourselves that water at the depths of our roots coming all the way up. And when we do, all the other things fall into place. Everything else falls into place. Not because we made them happen, right? This is sort of the difference between praying for a thing, right? Praying for a new car. Praying for a health or healing, and praying from the awareness that I am already healed. I am already whole. Whatever vehicle I need to get me safely to and from my work is already there for me. I need to just lean into the flow of that and move into that. So we're not like, poof, manifesting a car, right? We are leaning into the flow of being directed and guided to that which is already ours. So this is what she's talking about when she's talking about spiritual treatment, is leaning into this truth. And when we do this, our lives can become transformed. So she has this 3-part practice that she often advised those who came to her for treatment. She offered them, well, here's your self-treatment, right? You don't just need to come to me for me to pray for you, but here's what I want you to take home and do on your own. So I'm going to invite you to try this practice out. 3 parts. You can handle 3. 3 is our magic number today, by the way. So the first thing is to focus on truth. And you might wish to do this in a journal format. It's a good way of keeping record of things so that you can go back and see them. So first is focus on truth, capital T, truth. And I love her descriptions, and I don't want to get this wrong. She talks about truth as focusing on God as all good, omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscience. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, did we not earlier today share together? There's only one power and one presence active in the universe and in my life. God, the source of all good. We are using this truth in our lives already. So as we incorporate this truth, we focus on this truth, we can use this exact affirmation, or you can use other I am affirmations claiming your truth, claiming your light. I am strength. I am protected. I am a divine child of God. So the first step is to focus on truth. The second step is to focus on praise and gratitude, acknowledging Spirit as the source of all your good. So even if you go to your friend's house because your friend said, "Hey, I've got this used car that I want to sell," right? and you go there and it's the perfect car for you, the one that you've been looking for, and you buy the car, right? It's not, the friend is not the source. God is still the source. God is the one that aligned you into all of this. Your health, your healing, it is all God. It is all good. So our first step is to focus on the truth. There is only one power, one presence in my life. And second, thank you, God, for all this good in my life. Thank you. The third step is to observe the healings and transformations that happen as a direct result of this treatment. Now, whether or not you know, right? Oh, well, I had a sore muscle, and my back was kind of tight, and then I started doing these treatments, and now it's not there anymore, but maybe it was just because I stretched differently. Don't try to attribute it to anything else. If you notice any change, any transformation, notice it, observe it, and give credit to Spirit. Write it down, because again, when we write it down, it's very hard for us later to go back and go, oh, that didn't happen. We wrote it down, right? We can go back and we can remember these stages. We can remember the truth. We can remember our gratitude. We can remember what happened, how we were healed, how we were transformed by practicing spiritual self-care. Now, I invite you to try this out, right? Try it one day, try it all week long. Once a day, sit down and do this 3-part practice. Truth, gratitude, healing, observe. Maybe this is the self-care practice that you want to use when you notice your body kind of drooping, right? Whatever that is for you, the tension, the overwhelm, something that's calling out for you to nourish it, to water it. Or perhaps you have your own spiritual practices that you really want to focus on. Go back to those. The point is to double up on the self-care and really focus on the spiritual self-care whenever you are in need of watering. Know that in your life, you have exactly what you need to nourish your being on all levels. I wish for you to repeat after me, if you feel comfortable. There is only one power. There is only one presence in the universe and in my life. God the good. So it is. Thank you all. And now I'd like to invite Sugarfoot Detour up. Thank you.
I like to use the word serendipity in a way that suggests that there are higher powers that are lining things up for you. Because this next song is a song called Quibble, and it's about exactly what Reverend Hutchins was talking about, that still small space to go to. Anyway, when you go there, you're one with the universe.
Nothing's gonna quibble with you tonight. Your mind's as clear and your head's on right. Manifestations of mercy, polishing your heart abolishing your pain. Nothing's gonna quibble with you tonight. You wrap the truth in firelight. Peace pulses deep in the shadows, ascending the past, awakening our brain. Now you wanna grow, you gotta push it. You wanna know, you can't rush it. What's in your mind's eye, you gotta bring it. You wanna soul fly, then wing it. Open up into the stillness of our soul. Open up into the still. Nothing's gonna quibble with you tonight. Primal cry reignites. Core passions flow through your spine stream, spiraling into energizing flame. Now teleport into the visceral. Check your dashboard, heart thermometer. Check your sundial, the yin and yangy thingy. Foundation of the natural. Open up into the stillness of our soul. Open up into the still.
Beautiful. I love synchronicities too, and I love that word. So let's use the words of the song today as we move into our time of meditation. Let us open up to the stillness of our souls. Since we are talking about self-care, I invite you to take a moment to take care of the body's needs. Right where you are, maybe you need to roll your head or shoulders, adjust your hips. If you need to stand up and stretch, go ahead and do that. Take a moment, ask, what does my body need right now? And give it that gift. Then as it is comfortable for you, I invite you to close your outer eyes or to soften your gaze. Perhaps find a focal point in front of you to gently rest the eyes. And let us take a moment to notice the mind, notice our emotions. What is calling for our attention right now? Can we take a moment and, without judgment of right or wrong or good or bad, simply bear witness. Bear witness and give a caring moment to your thoughts, to your mind, to your psyche. Perhaps a gentle "I love you." Take a breath as we let the mind still. And let us bring our awareness to the center of our being, to the heart center, down into the solar plexus. Claim the light that is there. Claim the truth that is there. I am an expression of the divine. I am a radiating center of peace, of love, of compassion. I am a blessing and a gift to this world. I claim this truth. As I allow myself to move more deeply into the stillness of my soul, I move with these truths. I am nourished. I am whole. I am complete. Breathe these truths into the silence. In the silence, I claim my truth. In the stillness of my soul, I am nourished. I am restored. Breathing in, breathing out. We carry this peace with us as we begin to bring our awareness back to this now moment. From our soul to our heart, to our mind, to our body. We are nourished, deeply nourished. The water of spirit is water for the soul. We are whole. And so it is. Blessings.
Nice, bouncy little gospel tune. I've always loved this tune, so I just have fun doing it. I want to thank the sound people back there for the good review.
I am a pilgrim and a stranger traveling through this wearisome land, and I got a home in that yonder city, good Lord, and it's not, good Lord, and it's not made by hand. I got a mother, a sister and a brother who have gone to that sweet home, and I'm determined to go and see them, good Lord, over on, good Lordy, over on that other shore. And as I go down to the river of Jordan, just to bathe my weary soul, if I could touch but just the hem of his garment, good Lord, I believe, good Lordy, I believe that it would make me whole. Now when I'm dead, laying in my coffin, and all of my friends come gather round, well, they can say that he just laying there sleeping, good Lord, sweet peace, good Lordy, sweet peace, his soul is found. I am a pilgrim and a stranger, traveling through this wearisome land. I got a home in that yonder city, good Lord, and it's not, good Lord, and it's not made by hand.
Thank you.
Thank you, Byron and Ross, for that nurturing, fun music. And I get the pleasure of seeing Byron's shoes. You all need to check these out before you head out. And thank you, Rev. And thank you. And thank you, Rev Jen, for that amazing nurturing message. As our ushers come forward for our time of thanks, I invite you to join me as we hold our gifts to this community in our hands and love in our hearts. Let's affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. And as the love offering is collected, let's join Holly in singing We Let It Be.
We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be.
As our ushers come forward, here's our prayer of thanks. Please listen. We are grateful and we bless the flow of good that supports our Unity community. We bless the givers who give their time, talent, and treasure. We stand in the knowing that the flow of good goes forth only to return again and again, and so it is. Amen. All right, we've got several announcements. A special welcome to our guest today. Thank you for joining us. If you would like more information about the Unity movement and or Unity of Lawrence, pick up a welcome packet in the foyer. The lunch bunch today is going to go to the Palateria Chihuahua on 31st Street. All are welcome. That does sound good. Our new member class was Sharon Dwyer, who's a licensed Unity teacher. That begins today and continues the next 2 Sundays in October after the service from 12:15 to 1:45 downstairs in the fellowship hall. So we'll be using the 5 principles, a guide to practical spirituality by Ellen Debenport, which is available online. And if you want to become eligible for Unity membership, you'll need to attend 2 out of the 3 classes. All right, Phil Roger and Jay Pryor are going to come up and tell us about a meditation retreat and Tai Chi classes, 2 opportunities for self-care.
Hey, everybody. So, Rev Jen, they should have really known who Emma Curtis Hopkins was because we just talked about it last month. I'm like, what the heck? Phil, are you coming up here? Yeah, I know. So this Saturday, Phil and I are gonna be leading a retreat out at the Fairchild Wellness Center, also known as Cheryl Miller's pad. What I want to know is if
Hello? All right, okay. T- I wish I'd heard that, I didn't. You'll understand when you get to be my age. Anyhow, several weeks ago, we started a Tai Chi class. And we started off with the big bang, and then one person dropped out, then another one, then another one, then another one, which is typical. So I really wish I could express how amazing the benefits are of Tai Chi. Reversing the aging process, causing the life force to circulate in your body. If you go and have acupuncture, you should do Tai Chi afterwards to keep the chi flowing, blah, 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 on down the list. The problem is, it's really hard to learn it. It's worth it, but it takes a great deal of focus and dedication, and you got to really want to do it. It's not like a yoga class you can go and kind of get it the first session, really. With Tai Chi, it's a lot more intricate. It's like a dance form, really. It's very, you got your feet, your knees, your waist, your head, every body part has to be kind of worked on. Anyhow, it's worth it, but it's complicated. So what I've decided to do, there's 2 or 3 people have expressed an interest in starting the class again. And there's a few people remaining that might want to do a few more lessons. So basically what I'm proposing is starting on the 24th, it's not next month, or not tomorrow, but the next Monday, I want to do maybe 2 weeks and invite anybody that wants to kind of try it out to come, and we'll do some stuff. I'll show you the opening and some of the basic stuff. And then we'll decide if there's enough interest. If I've got at least, I'll do it for 2 or 3 people that want to really learn Tai Chi. I would love to share it. I've been doing it for a long time. I had some teachers that were in a Taoist lineage, and I can do it. I can show you how to do it. So if you're interested, we don't have a sign-up sheet for it, but I'll hang out in the foyer after the service, and you can just tell me that you're interested, and then we'll see who shows up on the 24th, and we'll go from there. So that's where that stands. So it's kind of a... What time on the 24th? At 6:30 on the Monday evening. It's hopeful. Well, we probably do it inside. It might be cool. I don't know. So anyhow, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Phil and Jay. So you can get tickets to the play We Own This Now. This is a really unique interfaith project that's happening in the Lawrence community about native lands which were unceded. Unity of Lawrence is one of the co-sponsors. This is going to be October 29th at Theater Lawrence, and tickets are $20 and they're available in the church office. So we are joining the Light Center for a winter clothing drive sponsored by the Lawrence Indian United Methodist Church. They're looking for donations of larger size coats and clothes along with cold weather hats, gloves, and scarves. The donation bin is at the back of the sanctuary and will be there through November 13th. And then please join us next Sunday when Karen Langsford brings us the message, Order, Order, Order in the Court. Special music with Marty Hilliard. Now let's sing in our youth.
You are walking in the light, in the light, and the light. You are walking in the light of God. And the light, 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 and the light of God.
Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. We just kind of had like a play day, and we did some free draw and played Jenga and charades. And that was kind of what we did today.
I want to do that. Maybe next time I'll go down there. All right, so let us bless our youth. Congregation, please rise if you're able and prepare to send them your love as we say together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity in you. Thank you. And because our vision is celebrating a peaceful and abundant world for all, let's all join in and sing the peace song now.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be